I can really do what I do from like anywhere in the world. And so it's like, okay, I'm in LA because I feel like I have to be here, but do I really? And if I'm just sitting here like wasting time, like if this is stuff that I could do from Australia, then I'd rather go. I'd rather go home and like do it from there, and at least like I'll have my work and I'll have some like sort of emotional fulfillment to kind of, show for it. We were sitting on this song and we've been sitting on it for a couple of months now, and I had a plan to like make music videos and release it probably later this year kind of vibe. And then the world started like falling apart. The song just completely changed meanings to me, and it became like a much bigger worldview song about, I think everyone is now having to kind of sit with themselves and have those tough conversations. I had this idea to try and employ as many creatives as I possibly can, because I know that it's a really tough time for everyone right now. And like I've seen people that I really, really care about be completely out of work as like, just like that. Every single gig canceled, like everything, And so I was like, okay, well, I have this music and it kind of like speaks about what's going on in the world. Let me just like fucking release this in like a week. By the way, I had this conversation with myself and made this decision on Instagram Live because that's what everyone's doing. I'm tired of the city. Scream if you're with me. If I'm gonna die, let's die somewhere pretty. I think for me, I miss the community the most, like the sense of community. I don't really have that in LA. I really like, when I'm in Melbourne, which is where I am right now, like yesterday, I was like helping my sister edit something. I'm like working on music with my little brother, like helping him, set up his Logic and stuff like that. I'm refurbishing furniture with my dad. And in LA, I just kind of like chill by myself and like think about my work and music. And it's like, that doesn't feel like a very fulfilling existence to me, I also really liked the lyrics "Scream if you're with me." I loved the idea of there being this really gentle, beautiful acoustic guitar and this like gentle, beautiful melody singing "Scream if you're with me," and imagining this crowd just like erupting in a scream. Sad in the summer, city needs a mother. If I'm gonna waste my time, then it's time to go. Take yourself home. LA for me is like, it's kind of summer all the time. Anytime it's like you kind of wake up and you're not feeling yourself, and then you look outside and it's like this perfect blue sky, and you feel like you should feel better, and you feel like you should have these like friends and you should be doing all these fun things, and then when you're not, it kind of makes it even more like lonely. Now that I recite these lyrics, I was feeling really dramatic that day. Like I was in my feelings. I'm sorry. Talk to me. There's nothing that can't be fixed with some honesty. Honesty is just like paramount when it comes to dealing with so much. And I think that we're seeing that in a very, very real, tangible, awful way right now. I think watching the way that different countries have handled this crisis, the honest upfront approach of like, okay, shit, we've got a problem, let's deal with it right away, immediately as a nation together, compared to like, oh, it's no big deal, people die from the flu, whatever, all that bullshit. You can see now in like the numbers, the two different approaches and how that honesty makes all the difference in the world. So yeah, it definitely feels very relevant. But when I wrote it, it was me to myself, me to some of the relationships in my life, just being like, okay, I know that this is really, really tough, but like, let's have this conversation. And how it got this dark is just beyond to me. If anyone can hear me switch the lights. Switching the lights could be anything from going for a walk with my dog, calling my family, hanging out with friends, speaking to friends that have known me my whole life. There's so much light in my life. I'm really, really grateful for so much. And so it's just about kind of like readjusting and focusing on those things. And I also just really like this lyric because I love the like colloquialism of like, this like coffee table is beyond. I hear the Kardashians say it all the time, and it just made me really happy to be like, this is just like beyond to me. Like, I do not understand how this happened. It felt cute. And happiness is right there where you lost it when you took the bet, counting all the losses that you can't collect. There's a lot of sacrifice when you go after the things that you want. And it's a tough balance to kind of find of like, I'm going to go for this because it makes me happy and I love it. And then there's a moment sometimes where you have to turn around and be like, oh no, like I was actually like happier before. Thinking back to all of the moments that you miss, it's like, okay, cool. So fair enough, I got to do this or I made it to this point and I like made X amount of dollars or whatever. But what moments did you miss with the people that you care about? Or like, so it's just like, it was about like weighing that up. Got everything and nothing in my life. We did it. We got everything that I've ever wanted on paper. And now it's time to reevaluate, like, Like who do I have around me right now to celebrate this with? And why do I feel the way that I do? And again, just me being a dramatic. Who are you really trying to be when they see your face? Is it worth it trying to win in a losing game? You're always going to want more, and you're always going to feel, compare yourself to others and kind of feel like you're on this rat race. So you're never going to win, right? Like, accept that you're never going to get to, there's always going to be someone who's like, doing better or doing whatever, or like always could have more people listening to your music or whatever. So now, once you've acknowledged that, it's like, okay, well, so then who are you trying to be? Like, not what are you trying to get? What are you trying to achieve? It's like, what kind of person do you want to be remembered as? You know what I mean? Well, it's all waiting for you. And boy, I know you're eager, but it just might destroy you. I think that ambition can be really beautiful and sweet and innocent and come from a great creative place. And then it can very quickly turn very ugly. And so I think it's just like, it's almost like a warning being like, be careful. Because like ambition will get you places and you can achieve a lot of good and you can help a lot of people. But it can also really, really fuck you up if you let it, if you get carried away with it. Sitting in my bedroom, racking up that 10-hour screen time every day, spending time on Twitter and Instagram, like that promo is working too. And it makes me feel more connected than ever to the people that are listening to my music. So I think it is going to shift the way that I think about releasing music forever.